Yo, what's going on, dudes? HK Titan here with a brand new video for you guys, and in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at another hard game mode, accelerated rounds. So it looks like we're going to be dealing with round 1 to round 31. So maybe it's a little bit easier than I thought it would be. So we'll start off with our Soda, we'll start off with our free Dart Monkey, and then we'll see what we're going to be dealing with after we press play. So far, everything seems pretty basic. We are dealing with a bunch of red balloons. Now we're dealing with blue balloons. We're still on round 1. Now we're dealing with green balloons. Still on round 1. Okay, so I think I know the premise of this. So it's not going to give us a chance to make the money at the end of the round. Okay, so this is definitely a little bit interesting. Let's go ahead. We'll grab our ninja monkey. We'll do the ninja alch strat because, I mean, you can't go wrong with the ninja alchemist strat, right? Okay, so this is a really interesting concept. So it's not going to allow us to get any extra money in between rounds. So it's probably going to end up sending multiple rounds up until maybe round 80, maybe round 100. I'm not sure. Well, we'll definitely find out once we like make it up to like our first Moab balloon. Then we can kind of like calculate how many rounds we have left. Or I guess we could do the same thing once we start seeing lead balloons as well, right? Okay, so round 4 we have our berserker brew. We have our double shot ninja monkey. Okay, so round 5 we're getting lead balloons. So lead balloons usually don't start popping out until round 28. So round 5 is technically round 28 right now, I believe. So if that's the case, on round 10 it should be round 46. No, round 56. Okay, so we're getting regen. Okay. So maybe it's not the same as like a normal game mode because we're getting regen lead balloons on round 8. Okay, so it's a little bit different. Okay, so round 7, we have our first Moab balloon. Then round 8, we have more lead balloons. Man, I have no idea what balloons are going to be popping out next. Okay, so normally we wouldn't get our second Moab balloon until round 50. I guess we're just going to have to like kind of respond to what we see, right? Like there's nothing else that we can really do about this because I have no idea what balloons are coming out. So I'm gonna have to grab some pretty beefy towers and hopefully they're able to deal with the balloons. I think I'm gonna go with one of my tried and true strategies for Apocalypse, and that of course is to go with the ninja monkey, Soda, and then we'll also grab ourselves a monkey ace. And with this monkey ace, we'll place it right next to our alchemist, and we'll upgrade it up to Nevermiss, and then we'll give it camo detection, and we'll also give it jungle drums. Now, this is a really good, cheap combo, and even if we have to deal with a BFB balloon, this combo will definitely be able to deal with it. Now, the question is, how far are we going to have to go? Like, are we going to have to deal with the DDT balloons? Because if we have to deal with DDT balloons, I think we might want to go with the Prince of Darkness. But I don't know if we're going to be able to afford it. Maybe we should grab a tower that's going to make us a little bit more money. So we'll grab ourselves like a couple of marketplaces to make a little bit more cash. Well, I guess it's a pretty fast game mode because we're already halfway through the game so far. I mean, we're not making a lot of money, but I mean, that's not that big a deal. As long as we don't have to deal with like a super beefy boys, right? All right, so we'll go ahead and oh man, I'm super iffy about grabbing another banana farm. All right, so round 19, it looks like it is going to be round 63. Do I need to reset here? I need to do a home reset. All right, so for round 63, let's grab ourselves a more glaives because the more glaives will definitely allow us to deal with round 63, and then we'll also grab like primary training as well. Okay, so that was a little bit close. So round 19 is round 63. If round 19 is round 63, then that definitely means that we're probably going to be going all the way up until round 100. If that's the case, let's grab ourselves another farm because we're gonna need to grab ourselves a tower that's going to be able to deal with the bad balloon. So that means we're going to need a first strike or something along the lines of a first strike. Maybe like a Moab eliminator, because if we grab ourselves like a Moab eliminator, we shouldn't struggle with the popping balloons at all. But then again, if we could get ourselves like a flying fortress, that would work too. You know what? Let's grab ourselves another marketplace, and we'll kind of use like these marketplaces as like a way of storing money as well as making cash, because we could sell each of these marketplaces for 5,000 bucks. So right now we have $25,000 worth of marketplaces, and we're about to have 30,000. There we go, just a little bit more money. That way we can grab valuable bananas, and then I think 6 marketplaces should be more than enough. So round 23, our first is ZOMG. Ooh, buddy, this is definitely gonna get pretty sketchy pretty quick. What low tier tower can deal with a DDT balloon? Spike Factory. We'll do the Spike Factory, and then we'll upgrade it. Oh my goodness, this is actually pretty bad. Come on, Monkey Ace, deal with it. Nice. Ooh, I was a little bit worried there. Let's go for a spike storm, because if we have to deal with DDT balloons, a spike storm would... Oh my goodness, there's DDT balloons. Okay, so maybe we need to... Okay, so we need to do a home reset. There's no way that we're gonna be able to deal with DDT balloons with just the towers that we had. Okay, sell a spike storm with way hot spikes is gonna be more than enough for a DDT balloon. Just as long as we can get it off of a cooldown. And then I don't want other towers to take away from the pops. So what I'll do is I'll wait for just a second. Let's activate the spike storm to deal with the DDT balloons, and perfect. So now that we have spike storm, we don't need to worry too much about DDT balloons. And then we just need to save up enough money to grab like maybe like a first strike. Also, we're gonna need a little bit more popping power to deal with like the bad balloon. Maybe I want to grab myself a second spike storm, because it looks like one spike storm isn't gonna be enough. And that way we always have like one off a cooldown. Man, why are our towers struggling so bad to deal with a ZOMG, man? That's a little bit ridiculous. And it seems like our hero is absolutely worthless in this game mode. Like, it's doing absolutely nothing. All right. So far, so good. Let's grab ourselves another spike storm. I probably should have bought that a little bit sooner. Hopefully the spike piles in the very back are enough to deal with it. Perfect. Whew. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, we're definitely gonna have to grab something for ZOMGs, because our towers are really riding the struggle bus pretty hard when dealing with the ZOMGs. Let's go ahead and activate another one of our spike storms, and we're good. Perfect. What can I grab in order to deal with it? I guess I could grab myself like a carpet of spikes. 43,000. This is gonna be 20,000. Let's go ahead and activate our first spike storm. Man, why is this so hard to like think of a good tower that can help us deal with these balloons? I guess we could grab ourselves like a dark knight. A dark knight is pretty cheap, right? We can get rid of this. We can get rid of one of our marketplaces, grab a dark knight, and this should be able to help us with like Moab balloons, because that's what we're struggling with right now, just dealing with like Moab balloons. All right, so there's a Dark Knight upgraded to Plasma Blast. I just hope that we don't have to deal with round 98, because if we have to deal with round 98, I think we'll be in a little bit of trouble. And I don't want to grab any more towers, because I want to save up for a first strike in case we have to deal with a bad balloon. Because right now, there's no way that we'd actually be able to deal with one. Okay, so sweet. Our Dark Knight is actually doing really well against normal DDT balloons. Okay, so now we have to deal with reinforced DDT balloons. That's a little bit shocking, but I think the balloons are kind of scaled for the round. But when it comes to reinforced ZOMG balloons, that's when I feel like the balloons really aren't scaled for the rounds. But then again, those DDT balloons definitely have a lot less health than normal. All right, so here's our first bad balloon. Let's go ahead and sell everything and buy our first strike. And then because of the balloons that are on the inside of the bad balloon, I'm gonna go ahead and wait, and if I mess up, I'll keep one of the spike storms in reserve, just to make sure that we can deal with anything that comes out of the bad balloon. All right, and pop it. There we go. Round 31 looks like we're gonna be... Oh no, what is this? How many bad balloons is that? Hello? Hello? I don't know what to do. I'm freezing up here. We'll sell. Let's grab ourselves another spike factory. There we go, a spike factory. Like, these spike factories, the only thing that's been doing well for us so far. Am I gonna be able to get a first strike back in time? Oh my goodness, this is so bad. This is literally so bad. Spike storm, first strike. It did absolutely nothing. Oh my goodness, we're definitely not gonna be able to beat this. What is this? What tower can I buy to deal with this? What tower can I buy to deal with all of those bad balloons? What if I grab myself like Spirit of the Forest? I don't know if Spirit of the Forest would work here, but I mean, if these bad balloons have less health, then it would work, right? I guess we'll find out here in a second. Not even close. Like, it's doing a lot of damage to him, but bro, there's no way. All right, so the other idea I have, let's go ahead and get rid of all of these, and then let's buy Carpet of Spikes. We'll buy Carpet of Spikes, and then hopefully Carpet of Spikes will work, because they're gonna have to deal with a lot of spikes. Maybe this will be enough. So that's the first boss down. Oh yeah, those spike storms working really well. Can I decrease this cooldown? I don't think this works on land towers, nearby water-based monkeys. That's not gonna work. Well, I mean, it's working so far, right? Like, so far this is the best result we've had. I think our only other option is to grab ourselves like another spike factory. But then again, yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Not even close, dudes. Oh, the spike storm works so well. So maybe I have to keep my first strike and then time my first strike. That might be the only way that I can actually do this. Oh, the Moab Eliminator could work too, right? No, the Moab Eliminator won't work. Okay, so we just need to deal with all of the normal bads. As long as we can deal with all of the normal bads, it won't be a big deal. And then we could just first strike all of the reinforced bads. So that's one reinforced bad down, but then we have all the rest of them. Dude, is this even possible? All right, I bought a mad. I bought a mad using questionable means. All right, and then with the mad, let's also grab ourselves a spike storm. All right, I think with the mad we can actually beat this. Yeah, the mad is definitely the play. So if I had to play this over again, I would definitely start. Oh my goodness, are we actually gonna be able to beat this? Those are way too many balloons. All right, so attempt number 85 of trying to beat these baboons, and I got it. I'm gonna use the mad. Now, I don't want you guys to question like how I actually got the mad. I just want you guys to accept it. All right, just know that we got the mad using some pretty questionable means. All right, so attempt number 75. I went ahead and I bought a mad using some pretty questionable means. The next thing we want to do, we also want to grab ourselves a little bit of a defense in the very back, because there's another thing that we have to deal with that we're not going to be able to deal with unless we have a glaive lord. So let's go ahead and get rid of these, and then we'll also buy glaive lord, and then I think we should be able to actually beat it this time. If we're not, I'm going to use a super monkey storm. And in case you guys were wondering, I used like 17 crash drops and used up all of my monkey money in order to make this happen. So if we don't get it this time, I'm giving up, dudes. Oh my goodness. All right, so I think I could beat this legitly if I tried again. The only difference is that I would need to start farming much earlier. And then like we would definitely need to be able to afford a mad by the end of the accelerated rounds. Okay, so this is a pretty difficult game mode, 100%. But it's definitely a challenge, and a challenge that I want to try to beat again. And the time I beat it again, we'll definitely do it legitly. But anyways, dudes, so that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you guys hit that like button, and I'll see you dudes in the next one.